Okay, we're just going to go ahead and start from here. I don't know. It seems like it's working. Maybe, maybe not. We'll uh, look. Mad props to the guys that can do this more often. Although they probably have practice and doing it more often. So, say box of Transformers Siege 2, um, like my media copy, courtesy of Wizards of the Coast, was supposed to do some two boosters sealed with this on my Extra Life stream Saturday, where we did 25 hours of gaming to support Riley Hospital for Children. But between other streaming problems that I had at the place that I was streaming, and then he had some weird router settings that every time I'd go to get something set up to even stream from my PC, it would give me like weird configuration error things that look like it was something to do with this router. So it's mostly sealed box of Siege 2, Tripton pack in the box. So that was going to be the prize, whoever won. But here's all of our side artwork. Stuff getting spoiled before they spoiled everything else. And so away we'll go. It's that wonderful Wizards cling wrap. Guarantees it's a sealed Wizards product. And then, of course, the standee action. So it stands nice and proud at a gaming store. And all of our packs. So let's go ahead and pull that out. Pull that out. And then Triptychon hiding in the bottom of the box. Sealed product, not for resale. Hopefully, if you've got people in your area, like me, I've got 3 boxes on order. So I'm going to have 4 or so of these. So, like, this is a cool thing, to do to get, these bigger cards. And you've got this cool insert and you can see it through the middle. But, hopefully, a nice way to help build friends that maybe aren't crazy like we are, and getting boxes of stuff early, or even just boxes of stuff altogether. This is a good way to be able to pull someone else in that maybe has a passing interest. You can be like, hey, I've got 4 of these things. This is really cool. It's like a deck in this, and he's got these buddy cards. So actually, I might as well just quit gilding the lily and crack this guy open. So we can see his friends. So, of course, Triptychon, his big old Wave 4A with full tilt, wipeout, and horrible glare. Sorry about that. That's fluorescent lighting in my kitchen. I'll try and remember to tilt things towards camera. Where's camera? So yeah. His buddies, all of them with the revenge mechanic. Revenge, and just the back of the card. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm looking over at the Chromebook to make sure it's not eating its own face, because I put a lot on it over the weekend and now, I guess, with trying to stream things. So, cards, set those up there. Make sure I'm squared over top of everything. Start cracking packs. There's our cross sale fun with Decepticon Impactor, Autobot Mirage, and Barricade. Each sold separately. I mean, this is what you really... No, you want to see those. No. So first, hey, right off the bat, first one is one of our new bounty hunters. Our mercenaries, Lockdown. Common. This is Yeah, so he gets +2 attack each time he kills somebody. So you gotta like pay attention to your phasing of how you're going to attack, because it'd be really bad to like attack with your Raider Rat Bat and kill him. Then you don't get to have fun with lockdown. And he's a bit more of a build around at 10 stars. You really got to be waiting, and it's not like some of these smaller, guys. Well, I guess Rat Bat 6, but you gotta put a little bit more thought into that one. So I gotta start organizing the piles of stuff. Trash. Throw it on the floor. Whatever. Somebody will clean up later. Then our battle cards on the inside. Hazardous Shield. Also bringing in the revenge mechanic. Need to figure out quite where my range is. Showing Off. That's really fun for the triple changers. War of Attrition. It's another of the green collect 3 cards. So, over time you can chip a little bit of damage, and if you can get all 3, then you get to repair 3 from one of yours. Uncommon, Heroic Resolve. Star card, 2 blue pips. Autobot flavored. New Orders. Another untap action, but good for if you're building like a Spy Patrol or any of the patrol decks. Lucky Vest. For different colors, can't take more. So that's like a different style of force field. And we'll go like this off to the side, kind of pre-sort the cards. Oh, take it from the same pile. What the professionals do. Open up here as well. That's what the professionals do. Ooh, a different cross-sell. For the comics. Bold new era of comics and graphic novels. Everywhere comics are sold. Like the grocery store. And the other cross-sell. So maybe those will be collectibles. Captain Jetfire, first rare. Second pack, first rare. That's pretty good. When this battles, draw a card. You may then reveal an upgrade from your hand and put it on top of your deck. If you do, flip one more battle card. And then when you flip to this mode, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, put all upgrades among them into your hand, scrap the rest. So again, Jetfire wants all the upgrades. He's a beefy 16 stars. That's not something you're casually putting in a deck. And the small one is a common, Raider Night Flight. A stealth while untapped. And another of the scrap 3 green cards, and if they all have the same name, repair 3 damage from one of your characters. I think that with, I've said it a few times before, with Siege 2, these the Lord characters or the Lord cards that have come in to play, I really think there's a lot of potential for some fun deck builds to be able to really take that and have build arounds. Trying to see. Are there people in chat? I see like 8, 9. Are these robots? Are these real people? Did I mess up something on setting this up and now nobody gets to chat with me and I just sit here and talk to myself for an hour? So commons, head-on collision, wedge formation. So this is like each different type of card or each different type of character has a potential thing to do in it. And it's 3 different pips. So, back to your Lucky Vest. This in there gets 3 of the 4. If you've got a white pip, boom. Crowbar, double black pip. A lot of work's going to be starting to be done with black pips. Uncommons, dual wields, bringing that mercenary tag into battle cards, and again a double black pip. Acute reflexes, lets you focus, lets you set up this for Mirage to be speedy, I guess. Then defensive configuration, turn that utility slot into an armor slot. Again, I'm forgetting. Gotta open in front of it. Skytread tank. So this is half of the Skytread combiner. This tank with a revenge mechanic. Ooh, and then half of Brunt. This TTC HD turret armor. So I like now that these weaponizers have also gone into armor as a space. You know, the first wave only being weapons kind of locked other decisions in, but giving more varied options, I think, is pretty neat. So this is a half of a thing pack. Maybe there's another pack that'll be tops, because that's an uncommon and that's a rare of the small cards. So I don't even know how I'm gonna probably have them in the binders this way, because that's the side that has the rarity on it, but maybe I'm weird. And then I just go ahead and put it foil side up in the pile. Who knows? So commons, minor medic kit. Small way to add health with, again, those two black pips are going to be something, I think. It's like they designed the game for a reason. Fight for position. Bold 2 with that'd be good in a strong bold deck. Special delivery. It's another grenade being thrown. Uncommons are adaptive plating. Again, looking for whites, swerves, and multi-missile pods. This is giving helicopters love. And then another of the fun 3 ofs in 1 weapon slot. Then you can scrap it to deal a bunch of other damage. Hey, did it right this time. Raider Rumble. The common patrol guy. Soundwave on that one. Did Soundwave show up on Ratbat's alt mode? No. Well, yep. He's there. It's a different after view. Chop Chop. More Insecticons for the sick people out there that play bugs. Giving a little bit of repair on green flips. Soldier's Blaster is our first common. Designated target, Medic's protective field, energy transfer. You can move back and forth. I could see Dinobots potentially using some fun with this. Contract contingency, the mercenary cards. And it lets you pull bounties in. And then pocket processor. Green, draw cards. So, private high jump, off-road patrol. Still haven't gotten one of the patrol lords yet. And specialist sandstorm. Flip to this mode, do 1 damage to an enemy specialist, and again bringing back the triple-sided cards. Which these are the coolest. Seeing this technology, this is where I go all engineering nerd. Seeing the technology to fold a card in a game is something cool. Just where's the triple changers or the 6 changers or the Megatron from RID, 7 modes or 10 modes. At that point, it's just got to be like origami. Hold on, I'm going to transform. Give me 10 minutes to to refold this thing. Go ahead and call a judge over now. So stable cover showing off, special delivery. I think we've seen all three of those already. Erratic cannon. Created attacks. You flip at least white, it gets +3. It's a good situational one if you build it towards the, if you got somebody that really wants those white pips, it's not a bad one. Another cute reflexes. We've seen that one already. And valuable contract. We didn't? No. So I don't know if Carlos Hill is watching. This is actually, so I'm on the WTF at TFW podcast. Like I said at the top, this is like the media sample that Wizard sends out. They send it to us so that we can preview and get an idea, and talked with them and was trying to do something special for Extra Life in order to do like a 2-booster sealed thing on a live stream and help them with some hype and maybe get some donations on my side. And then just everything went wrong to try and do that day of. So that's where these came from. Again, big thanks to that whole team in trying to make something happen. And then technology gets in the way as it normally does now. So, and if Carlos isn't watching, well, I'll respond to Facebook later. Private Vanguard, Battlemaster. He's a little tank guy that somehow turns into a hat. Again, it's one of the armor battle masters. I'm glad that they branched out. And Private Greenlight. And hunting for greens. Almost makes sense, like it's our color. Safeguard, another thing that'll be like a good way, I think, to be able to get more interesting cards that aren't necessarily like killed right off the bat just because, ooh, they're the target. It's a nice way to say like, hey, you can at least take one hit and you'll get a chance to do something with it. My watch telling me I need to exercise more. War of Attrition, Unflinching Courage. Can't be put on Decepticon. So that's a nice way to say, hey, this is not a bot card. No, really. Swerve, Indestructible Sword. And you can not be afraid to put this on small guys, but it comes at a cost with that star. Step Forward. If you got someone you really want to die, you can point them at him. Or somebody that can take that hit. You got someone with Safeguard that you want to cheese. Sergeant Mirage. Came at it from the wrong side again. If a face down or face up secret action, this has tough 2. So he's a spy, special ops, and he wants secret actions. Again, it's like it's a theme. Draw power. I was reading it to myself, but not to people. That's, you flip to his car mode, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's blue, you get to draw 2. Otherwise, you just draw that one. And then this is half a 6-gun. He turns into a guided missile launcher. Sorry you died. Now I'm going to use your leg as a weapon that can be in an armor utility slot too. And that is also a rare, right? Yeah, that's a rare. So the only thing I'm not entirely sure about is how like these, because that's half a 6-gun, and that's a half a brunt. I'm not sure how these are going to impact like sealed events, because I think if you got one, he's probably pretty good. But then, like with the current method of 2 booster, like you wouldn't be able to play with both of these. They just, because they're 2 small guys, so you can't even they even match artwork. Jeez. So that might, I wonder how that limits. I mean, it'd be great opening a rare, but then you don't get to play with the fun toys you just got. And out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs, I've got 2 rares in this. Probably statistics playing hard on my side for once in one of these things. But from there on, we got head-on collision, hazardous shields, medic's protective field. I think we've seen all those already. Sturdy javelin. Again, this is a melee or ranged. I think there was one of the design team had a really interesting article about how you do this sort of thing. Decipher. For each enemy action that's face up or face down, do 1 damage to an enemy. It's a good, fun anti-shockwave. And then involuntary promotion. So you switch guys from the out of the KO zone. Game Chief, sup, dude? Not much. Still recovering from extra life and a finger injury. That probably looks not nearly as bad as it was before. Yeah, I've gotten 2 rares on the small cards and 1 rare with the Captain Jetfire on the big one. So I'm happy. If that rarity is the same with the small ones, if it's not, and it's a higher rate, then I don't know. So Raider Rumble, that's I think my first dupe character card. Common on a Spy Patrol. Sergeant Crosshairs, 2 armor slots. This has a Battlemaster upgrade, this has +2 defense. So especially fun if you have one of the armor Battlemasters. You just really crank his armor all the way up. But he starts out at 0 armor, so you are going to want to throw something on him. Flip to this, move 2 damage counters from this to one of your Battlemaster characters. So he's in the crosshairs. You want him to get hit, and then can say, hey, dude, come here, die for me, and make me more armor. So yeah, Game Chief saying great art. There has been. I like that they're now commissioning art for their own stuff, and then almost everything after they get revealed through either one of our podcasts or somebody's written article, then the artists get to hop in and say, I drew that, and then the next one comes in and says, I colored that, and then people are furiously updating spreadsheets so that when they show up at conventions, they can get all of them signed. Not that I've done that, but So commons, War of Attrition, Terrifying Resilience. This is the flip side of another one of those that, Decepticon's going for tough, but with the orange icon. So I think they're trying to push more into balance. I think that's good. Because playing against all aggro's can be frustrating sometimes because you're like, hey, I'd like to try something out. And then somebody just goes, pfft. Designated target. Each of your characters gets Pierce 2 until end of turn. This will be great, again, for the wide deck, for the bunch of patrol guys that I want to do. Finally get to the end and get to play hard with it. Hey, my first Triptychon direct card, Battlefield Incursion. This is how you get the guys out from underneath Triptychon, not like Metroplex where it's flip. You need this card when you've got the Triptychon card. So that's one that in a way I'd want to be pairing over there, so that when I come to my 4th or 5th Triptychon that I have from opening boxes, then I can be like, hey, you want these? Please take them. Thank you. Dual wield. One of your characters gets an extra weapon slot until end of turn. So I can use this to put one more weapon onto somebody through the turn. And if it's a mercenary, you can pull something from your scrap pile. So you could maybe dual grenade launch or somebody and really make somebody have a bad day, and then you get the bounty out of it. And then opportune offensive for like mercenary Decepticon. What's the word? Synergy. Biz dev word. Synergy. Looking for synergy. Hope it's not too obvious. I still haven't caught up on my sleep. There's another mercenary. We'll flip it this way, though. So, Raider Hyperdrive. Sports Car Patrol. They're the blue ones. Draw 3 cards, scrap 2 from your hand. So, by the time it's done, because you've scrapped a card, drawn 3, scrapped 2 more, you're at a net 0, but you've got to filter. So, he'd be good to try and find what you're looking for. And Mudflap, Hired Muscle. Does enough to KO, use Bounty, reveal the top card of your deck. You may play it. I'll let you get some workout. Flip to this mode, plan 1. So Hidden Fortification, Kinetic Converter. You flip the upgraded character to another mode, draw a card. So that, along with some of the other, like flip a card, or unconventional flying objects, you get 2 transformations. So then you'd get 2 draws. You process. Scrap an upgrade from any character, repair 2 damage from that character. Insecticon theme. It's like they themed these things. Sabotaged armaments. That's a great. It'd be a great sideboard if your sideboard starts building towards those. Hey, everybody's got 3 or 12 weapons on them, or a bunch of attack drones. You just scrap all their weapons. Immersed in Shadow. So that's kind of giving him the patrol guy's stealth while untapped ability. You can kind of build towards what you want. In composite armor, put on tanks only. It's an armor that gives you attack. Hey, Cameron. Cameron also did Extra Life over the weekend and made enough money to get his head shaved. How's that going? You find the superpower of seeing where the breeze is coming from in your office? All right, Raider Needler, Battlemaster. I think he's another one that turns into an armor. So just like all of them becomes a face mask. It's armor that gives pierce. And Captain Astrotrain. Another of the common triple change cards. I just love these fold-in cards. Just sit here and fold it. Bringing in Train. That's the next meta. So yeah, this is the one that has been talked about. It's kind of like a 1, 2, 3. One upgrade on him here, you transform him, you get another upgrade on him, and he gets additional attack, and then you transform him the 3rd time, and he has 3 upgrades, 3 attack, 3 defense. Be beefy if you make him last that long. Wow, words. Yeah, so showing off with that, where was that? Back behind, wherever it was. Kinetic Converter. 2 commons played, and then you're drawing extra cards. And if you have triple changers or whatever that have extra actions that they get to do, bam, bam, bam. Yes, Rail Racer theme deck. That and get some of the Japanese trains right in, or just a bunch of 4-star trains. bunch of bullet trains. Nobody has any idea what they are on the side of the ocean. So again, showing off Unflinching Courage, Crowbar as commons, Energy Transfer, New Orders as the uncommons, and then Jam Signals, jamming up the blue blue actions. Keep doing this backwards. So, Reader Blackjack. Yeah, now we've got one of the Lord cards where he's the sports car patrol leader. You leave him like this most of the time, so that he's, in this case, he's repairing damage from sports car controls when they become untapped. And then once all of his friends die, you flip him this way, and if you've got the other 3 sports car control, he's a 6 attack, 4 defense. He's angry you hurt his friends. And then most of those are going to have enough stars that you'd be able to have another 4 or 5 star guy around or something significant in battle cards. You have some fun there. Sergeant Barricade. This battles and has no battle cards under him. After the battle, put one of your flip battle cards. It has no icons under him. And then in this mode, you can play that battle card. So he kind of conserves one of those, and then you get to bust him out when you flip him over. I also like that no pips is a thing. I know that like wave 1 and 2, no pips was almost detrimental. It's like, I'd play that card, but... And so now it's, I'll play that card. So reprocess, guarded posture, kind of the opposite of erratic lightning, with a negative on the attack. And stable cover as commons. Contract contingency and blast suit. See, there's a star or no pip, but like if you take attack damage, takes half that damage rounded down, that'd be like, I'm not quite sure. I can see that there's super strength in there, but at the same time, that would be so conditional. Like, I dealt you 1 damage. I guess I'll take no damage and lose a star card. Overheat. This is a super duper anti-bold card, and it's great. Don Pedro. Yeah, so I've cracked. I assume you're talking those cards, because I mean all of these are rares too. But yeah, I've gotten half of 6 shot, gotten half of brunt. Both of those are rares and the small cards. And then it was my second pack was Captain Jetfire. So I'm not quite halfway through the box yet. So I feel like I'm doing good. All right. Next one is backwards again. Private Sunrunner. So again, another of the Lords. When one of your battle patrols becomes tapped to do 1 damage to a tapped enemy, stealth while untapped, and then his other side is he gets +1 attack, +1 defense. So again, this is a dude you just have to leave him untapped like this with the glare, and let all of your battle patrol guys tap and do a little bit of extra damage, and then once all of his friends are down, you turn him sideways and swing for the fences. Spinister, 2 weapon slots. When you flip to this mode, one of your Battle Master characters gets +3 attack. Well, this has a Battle Master. He has +3, so he's kind of the mirror of sorts of Crosshairs. Battle cards. Hazardous Shield. Hidden Fortification. Head-on Collision. Point Position. Great character has Brave while tapped. Heroic Resolve. Not a bad one to throw out. Defensive with Autobot, which is kind of backwards from how most people play. And, like, you get to stand somebody up after that attack. It's different. I still function kind of, sort of, maybe in a way. And then this is that opportune offensive again with mercenaries and Decepticons pairing up. Again, backwards, but whatever. So, Private Turbo Board. Everybody remembers Turbo Board, right? It's like your favorite. So he's the utility battle master guy that's super looking for balanced. He's balanced. He's looking for orange and blue. After the battle, you may play one of the orange or blue cards you flipped. Just like that they just made an alt mode for the goofy thing that like hung out with Action Master Jazz. And then Sergeant Sound Blaster. Super rare. Feeling okay now. I'm feeling okay. Actually got a super rare in a box. It's not happened for a while, unfortunately. Using the goofy way you can use his weapons to turn it into like a lance of some sort. So yeah, when he attacks, you can pull a black pipped weapon. They're already seeing plenty of great black pip weapons onto him. You flip to this mode at 12 stars. You may move a weapon from this character to one of your other characters. If you do, that character gets additional. So he sucks it up and then transform and dish it out to somebody else. If only I knew where my character sleeves were, I'd probably slip him in a sleeve. But he'll just live right there for now. Wedge formation, again, that common where you're looking for specialists or ranged or melee or actually hoping for one of each. That way you get all the fun out of it. Medic's Protective Field and Crowbar. There you go. You give that to your Sound Blaster. This would be a great pack to open and sealed. I mean, not just being the super rare, but triple starred or triple pipped black. Opponent chooses 3 cards from their hand and reveals them. You scrap one of them. Just beat them. Pierce right through everything. Increased durability. Armor that gives bonus health, so not a utility. Relentless Invasion. Again, this is the card that goes along with Triptychon. One of each color of the base colors. And then Triptychon, put full tilt, brunt, wipe out words from your KO area onto the battlefield fully repaired. Characters put on this battlefield this way. This attack this turn at the end of turn. Each of those characters, it's still on the battlefield under Triptychons. Good way to pull them out, hit hard, and then get safe underneath the Triptychon so that you can redeploy them. I think Triptychon will be an interesting deck to see what the other parts are that go into that to take full advantage of being able to pull his guys back in under his skirt and be safe. Do it the right way. Raider Tailwind. It's the Airstrike Patrol Lord. Just looking for green. You really buff your dudes up. And again, when they die, he gets cranky. So then this is another rare Omega Supreme base. When he defends, do 2 damage to the attacker. Your opponent scraps the top 2 cards of their deck. Comes in at 8 stars. He's the bottom part of Omega Supreme. So super rare backed by a rare. That's good. Feels good. Better than some of my other boxes I've cracked before. Fight Physician, Kinetic Converter, Soldier's Blaster. See, this is nice because it's just different faction. Autobot, Decepticon, Mercenary, until they bring in other factions somehow. Bring in mini-cons or something. And they'll have to errata the card. And then everybody will complain that now they're erratating cards. What is this? Adaptive plating, even the score. And then backfire. Another great kind of anti-weapon deal. All right, and halfway through the box. So at the turn, 2 rares and a super rare. I like this box. Private Powertrain, Off-Road Patrol Lord. Each of your off-road patrols has bold 1. And then gets beefy for losing his friends. And Ape Face, another foldy card. Undamaged, he has Focus 1. He has 1 to 9 damage counter. Bold 2. 10 or more damage counter. Tough 3. This would be really good to deal with all the other ways to give health. That way you can get that tough 3 to hang around for longer. So commons are Terrifying Resilience, Designated Target, Kinetic Intensifier Whip. The uncommons are New Orders and Erratic Cannon. And then here's the Autobot Mercenary team up of Opportune Repairs. Just, it's nice to have mercenaries because apparently they can fix things. Oh. Yeah, backwards again. Keep doing that. Private High Jump. Private Smokescreen. Focus. 1. While he has a white upgrade, he has +1 attack and +1 defense. Safeguard 3. Again, the safeguard, I think, is going to do a lot of stuff. So, Battle Pack. I know Chris Vangelis likes to go through and like say what the packs are so that people can like rebuild them for fake sealed things or like Transformers Cube stuff. So it's not a bad idea. Plus, if maybe there's some vision limited people in my webcam's crap, you can have an idea of what I opened here. So Kinetic Intensifier Whip, Guarded Posture, and Wedge Formation as the commons. Swerve and Dual Wield as the uncommons. And another Backfire as a rare. All right, there's Sunrunner again. Dupes at common. Why? Then Raider Kickback, another bug. Going for blue bugs because he specifically wants blue. And then the battle cards are Stable Cover, Fight for Position, Special Delivery. Again, I mean, they talked about how the grenade last time was telling a story. I wonder if this is the same grenade, just bouncing back and forth, but it changes because artists change. The uncommons, Immersed in Shadow and Energy Transfer. And the rare is Pincer Movement. Again, with the orange and the blue on that, seeing a lot more stuff that wants that balanced gameplay. Like I said, I like that they're trying to draw it back towards the middle some. Hey, Caliburst, another Battle Master. Uncommon. Oxidation Cannon. And then this is Omega Supreme Spaceship. So there's 2 parts of Omega Supreme in a box. Another rare. 7 stars. When he attacks, you may scrap 2 cards from your hand. If you do, scrap an enemy upgrade. And when your opponent reshuffles their deck, if you have all the parts, you get to combine them. And like it's a part of them. All right. Minor Medic Kit, Soldier's Blaster, Kinetic Intensifier Whip is the commons. Point Position and Even the Score as the uncommons. Another multi-mission pod, missile pod. We got 2 of these now. Not quite the play set to make it extra fun. Apparently Carlos Hill wasn't watching a half hour ago, accusing a store of selling early. I'm actually going to reply to him. So we'll say, this is an early media sample. And then they'll call me lucky or mean or trying to show off. And like I said, I'd been hoping to do something to help my extra life effort. I'm like $100 from shaving my head at this point. I was kind of hoping it would happen before the Game-a-thon so I could do stuff bald. But now it's just a matter of maybe I just need to shave my head for the winter because that's backwards, right? You're supposed to grow the beard, be warmer. Okay, back to the cards. So, Private Fix-It from the Rescue Patrol. Raider Nova Storm, Combustion Specialist. She has Pierce 3. There he is. She is in the not Trijet, Tetrajet. Words, man. I still need to recover from sleep. So the black upgrade, and you flip to this mode, move 1 damage from this to an enemy. So that's that planes thing. In the battle pack. If Aaron can open it. Reprocess, Wedge Formation, Head-on Collision. Uncommons are Erratic Cannon, Contract Contingency, and the rares Overheat. Great Anti-Bold. Hey, Deadlock. Just skip past you. Blackjack here. I've seen you before. Yeah? Yeah, we've seen you before. Deadlock, though. Again, with the bounty hunters. Or mercenaries. This does enough to KO, use bounty, flip this card and draw 2 cards. You get to flip. You say he's stealth, he's hiding against Autobots and Decepticons. But his own, like, oh, you paid me to fight? Oh, I can see him. Oh, you're not getting paid to fight? Can't see me. So the commons are Fight for Position, Minor Medic Kit, Medic's Protective Field. Hey, they want you to be a medic, I guess. Uncommons are Decipher and Plunder. And the rare is Coup. You get to pull off a couple of bounties. There's Chop Shop again. Raider Night Flight. I want to say again. Hey, in the second half of the box, I'm getting dupes on commons. Again, who'd have thunk it? So, battle cards, special delivery, terrifying resilience, and fight for position are the commons. Increased durability, battlefield incursion, again for Triptychon, are the uncommons, and relentless fate. This is the pack you give to the Triptychon guy, whoever gets that one, because that's both Triptychon cards. Again with the full D. So there's Rat Bat, which was the first one that I got. Sandstorm, I've got him already. Helicopter, and car, and the folded card, and I love engineering. There's a part of me that like really wants to bust in to tearing one of these apart, but like somebody else's, not one of mine, because I'm greedy like that. But see the extra layer of whatever that's in there that lets it fold. I busted when Rise of the Combiners came out. I took it to work and used one of our highly calibrated calipers to see the thousandths of an inch thickness difference, and then got asked by the person that keeps the calipers, and they keep them safe and in a case and in another thing so they don't get all messed up. And it was like, what do you need the calipers for? And I was like, for nerding. And then they were like, well, what do you mean? And I had to say, I want to measure how thick a card is. And then I rolled as they handed me the calipers. So I can't get away from it. So the commons in the battle pack are Wedge Formation, Guarded Posture, and Crowbar. The uncommon Sabotaged Armaments, an Erratic Cannon, and the rare is that Lucky Vest. Hey, there's the bottom half of 6-shot. So I got a whole 6-shot in this box. We'll push the other rare, Private Hot. Wow, that's 2 rares in this pack. That's a good pack. But I got to go find the other part of 6-shot or 6-gun, so I can do that. See, boom, there's your 6-gun. Except for again the glare, the overhead lights. And then that half turns into the MTX M2 anti-gravity cannon. Pierce 4 weapon. And Private Hot Rod. It has a battle card under him. You may play an action on each of your turns. Safeguard 3. When you reshuffle your deck and this doesn't have a battle card under him, put the bottom card of your deck face down under him. So you give him time to get up to speed, and you can start playing extra actions each turn. Start messing with the play economy. So the commons out of that battle pack are Kinetic Intensifier Whip, Kinetic Converter, Kinetic Medic's Protective Field. The uncommons are Energy Transfer and Swerve. That's a new rare. Shoulder Holster, and the upgraded character has an extra weapon slot. When you put this on a character, reveal the top card of your deck, it's weapon played on the upgraded character. So you get to turn your utility slot into a weapon slot and maybe get an extra draw. Or an extra play. So, Raider Tailwind, again, it's the Airstrike Patrol Lord character, Private Greenlight. We've seen her already. She's green and she wants green pipped cards. And the battle cards include plastic wrapping. And then we got a hazardous shield, we got hidden fortification, we got a minor medic kit. Uncommons are new orders and dual wield. And the rare is a hijack. So what is that now? 4 rare large battle cards and a super rare and 3 rare smaller character cards. This seems like a good box. Even if all the rest of these are commons, that's 4 rares and a super rare in just these. The smaller battle or the smaller character cards are probably, I bet, have the same rough distribution. Private Sidetrack, Battle Patrol. Looking to scrap orange pip cards, scrap the top 4 cards of your deck, put all upgrades scrap this way into your hand. Sergeant Barricade, we've seen him already. He's looking for those no pip cards. Like showing off. Oh, that one tore a little bit funky. So the battle cards, commons are showing off, stable cover, and reprocess. The uncommons are adaptive plating and even the score. And the rare is valuable contract. So you get to have an extra bounty ability to pull cards outside of the game that have exactly 1 star. Get some of that tricky stuff going on. Private Vanguard, again, the Battle Master that turns into a hat. And Crosshair. Was the other pack that had Crosshairs, was that also Crosshairs and Vanguard? Because he wants Battle Masters, and he kind of wants Battle Masters to die. And he gets to turn it into an armor. And that's the armor. I'm pretty sure we already had this combo. Anyway. I wonder if that's some secret collation that goes on. I don't know why I'm going for the woo. Woo. Commons are Unflinching Courage, Special Delivery, and Designated Target. The uncommons are Immersed in Shadow and Blast Suit. And the rares Involuntary Promotion. Stack these back a little bit. A little bit of cleanup. All right, we got 4 packs left, and then Eric can get dinner. So we got another folder. Springer, Raider Sights. Turns into glider wings. So again, it's a battle master, and he turns into a utility that gives +1 attack and +1 defense and focus 2. All for 6 stars. And he's got focus 1 on his own. And Springer, again with a helicopter. They're real. I don't care what Chris says. They're real. And it triple changes it comments. This will be nice because I had my Blitzwing, or my deck that included Blitzwing, that was doing the RC thrust thing. And a number of times that I would sit across from people and they would be very confused at how triple changers work. And I'd have to explain it to them because before they were only in that super rare slot. And so they didn't see nearly as much table time. So now that they're in like that, it'll make it so maybe if I continue to play that deck, I'll have to explain things like 20% less. So our commons are Hidden Fortification, Unflinching Courage, and Crowbar. Uncommon Battlefield Incursion. Again, that's a set of 3 now for Triptychon. And Adaptive Plating. And then Defensive Configuration. Turn a utility into an armor. And then you get to reveal the top card of your deck, which is an armor, put it on the upgraded character. So it's the defensive opposite of the shoulder holster. again, backwards. Captain Impactor. See here on the cross sell, Decepticon Impactor, but here he's an Autobot. And it's even the same head. It's not like they went with the exclusive 3-pack head. Oh, you can't see it for the glare. It's that helmet, not necessarily the comic helmet. So he flipped somewhere. He changed allegiances. Bold 1. His other side is when you flip to this mode, each of your characters gets bold 1. So you like attack him with him, and you give him bold, and you turn him into a tank for a little bit more defense on the defense, and you give everybody else in your team bold for a bit. Then Private Sea-Watch. He's the Rescue Patrol Lord. One of your rescue patrols battles, and you flip blue. I can't even tell colors, man. I'm still tired. When you flip white, flip 3 more battle cards. So him with like all white pips and all of his friends. But then you're just only flipping white cards, so it's not actually getting anywhere. Don't listen to me for deck building tips. Apparently I don't know how to play this game. All right, so the commons are Designated Target, War of Attrition, Hazardous Shield. The uncommons are Indestructible Sword and Acute Reflexes. See, there's your white pip. You get this on all those guys, and then you get at least 1 attack, 1 defense. I don't know. Don't listen to me for deck building tips. And then Toolbox. Damage would be paired from the character. Repair that much. +1. Still, healing is so slight in this game. Little boosts are probably good, but I'm still not sure where they're trying to put healing in the range of things. Oh, camera got way out of focus. Come in here. Yeah, okay. All right, 2 more. Try and pull that 3rd part of Omega Supreme and make this a 5 rare, 1 super rare box. That'd be nice. Nope. Got 1 more chance at it. Private Powertrain, Sergeant Mirage. We've seen those commons already. Terrifying Resilience as one of the battle cards. Terrifying Resilience, Kinetic Converter, and Guarded Posture are the commons. Sabotaged Armaments and Sturdy Javelin are the uncommons, and Crude Club is the rare. The upgraded character has +1 attack for each upgrade on it. So this is good for +1. You got somebody that has multiple armors or the stuff that stacks. You can, that Crude Club would get very uncrude or more crude. I don't know which way does that go on crudity. All right, last pack. Collect, build, battle. Decepticon. Skytread. I think was that the bottom half of one that I got before. Yep. So doubled up on Skytread pants. What's a Skytread? Tank. So his revenge mechanic is you kill one of them and then you get to combine them. And then Private Dazzle Strike, the slightly different guy that you might have seen before. Enemies can't use Brave, and then you flip him over when he dies. When you put it on a character, you repair 3 damage. When he's removed from a character, you do 3 damage to him, so he's like +3 health, kind of, but not. So maybe there's a way to use like this with the toolbox to repair more damage than what you'd lose when it goes, and maybe there's some that plus the quartermaster to like cycle. I don't know. That seems excessive. Play it in action to play an upgrade and then an upgrade, and then you lose them, and then you get 1 health out of the deal. That seems like a great idea. And then the battle cards are showing off stable cover Soldier's Blaster. The uncommons are Blast Suit, Heroic Resolve, and the rare is the Conversion Engine. If you got a triple changer that really wants to be flipping a bunch on its own, you just let him sit there and flip. All right, well, that's that. The box is empty. Here at the beginning, this is the cool remove this divider to unleash the Trypticon pack that then gets you Trypticon in his pack. So overall, not counting the Trypticon pack, because that skews, because like, well, these are like his 3 guys are rares and he's a super rare. This is kind of its own thing. So I wouldn't say that you could count these in rarity. So this box was, where are our rares? Our rares were Private Hot Rod, the spaceship portion of Omega Supreme, the base portion of Omega Supreme, super rare of Sound Blaster, and then Captain Jetfire. So that's 4 rares and a super rare on the large character cards. And then our small character cards, we ended up with, because they're forward and backwards for the foiling, but we ended up with 2 parts for Sergeant Six Gun and 1 part of Brunt. So I still feel like that's pretty good. 3 rare, you know, if you're looking at the normal boxes, we're like normally 3 to 5 in the highest rarity, and there's 3 here and there's like 5 there. So that's kind of both ends of that split for that. Yeah, this is again super thanks to the Transformers TCG team. Apologies to them that I wasn't able to do what we'd originally hoped of doing something for Extra Life. If you guys are interested in like donating to Extra Life and helping out Children's Hospital, Riley Hospital for Children, I'll put the link somewhere with the video. I'm making hands over towards the laptop. Somewhere with the video goes to Riley Hospital for Children. I play for them every year. This is my 8th year now of doing that. But yeah, I'm gonna get my store-bought boxes in, and I think I'm gonna put together a couple of decks relying on the off-road patrol with a bunch of bold in it, with power train in there. Maybe rescue patrol is looking for the white pips too. I don't know. There's a lot of doors opening with Siege 2 to, I think, go wider on decks. It still may not be the same meta card deck that everybody and their brother was playing and winning big money tournaments on, but I think that there's some breadth of other decks that might be able to crack some formulas. So if you got any ideas on those, send them my way, and I totally won't copy it and claim it as my own at all, because that one would be nice to do. All right, everybody. Take care. Find me on the internet as AKSMTH or Aaron off the WTF TFW podcast. Hopefully the next time we record, I can talk some of our thoughts of this. Today, the other stuff is Energon Edition. Letters got spelled out for whatever Energon Edition means. So that's the other news to date this. And then as soon as you watch it later, they'll be like, oh, they told us all about what it is. You're dumb. But all right, guys, take care.